Hey everyone, let's do some math here. Day 81, Sunday the 17th, I think it's day 81. I think that's right. Anywhoosie, the mosquitoes actually have not been bothering me at the campsite, and then suddenly some just started coming in. So I don't know if they smelled me from the pond that's down there or what's going on. So I'll try to make this quick. Okay. Wyoming, we finally hit the Great Basin proper. Like, I can say this is the Great Basin. It is a lot of miles in straight lines. I mean, you curve a little bit. There's absolutely no trees, no clouds, no shade. It was a hot day. I don't know how many liters I put down, but anytime I got to a water source that was decent water, I put down a liter. And I was carrying a couple liters in my Camelback, and I had electrolytes, like a liter of electrolytes with me, 2 different sections of today. So it is hot. It's a nice break. The ups are gradual, the downs are gradual. They're like rolling hills basically in the Great Basin. We did go over what was it? Brigder Pass, I believe. Brigder Pass. It's like 7,300 feet or something along those lines, but we had to actually hike up to it, and maybe it's like 75, and we were at 72 or something like that. It was only 300 feet. However, we kept going up and down over the rolling hills, so it was 7 miles for the ascent. And I would say during those 7 miles, we probably did 1,000 feet of ascension, just going up and down, up and down. I could be overestimating that, but considering it was 7 of the last 8 miles or 9 miles I hiked today, it felt like it was a lot of elevation for the distance that we that we hiked. So I saw 1 antelope, like a single antelope. I saw 1 deer, not a mule deer, it was a deer. I saw loads of cows. I saw no people, even though it's a weekend. I saw no vehicles. I saw like no signs of civilization other than like culverts and bridges, and there was a porta potty because I think they're doing some work to remove some of the culverts and return it to natural state. Sorry, the camera's moving around. The mosquitoes are getting kind of bad. So it's desolate out here. At least today it was deserted. And I hiked. Oh, sorry, there's a mosquito on my arm and the back of my hand. Oh, I'm gonna have to hurry up and finish this and get in my tent. I hiked up, think it's gonna be like 31 miles or just shy of 31 miles. It's 9 o'clock at night. I've cooked dinner, I just got to eat it. Filtered water, stretched, set up camp, all like the tent, all that stuff. So my hope is to get up early tomorrow, get on trail before 6 or at 6, and hike into Rollins. That's the goal. So hopefully I'll be able to finish like the 23 or 24 miles into Rollins in a decent time, and stop by the post office for my resupply boxes, and then find a hotel and have a rest day. The mileage has been 22, 28, 28, 32, 31, and then to finish it off, it's like 23 or 24. So 165 miles in 6 days is a lot. Hopefully everything goes well tomorrow, no injuries or anything, and I can get into town and enjoy some town food and a rest day. So it's trying to think of anything else. I did a short video this morning. I talked about, I think, the dark skies And what that is it's basically a designation that some areas have where lighting has to be a certain type of lighting so it doesn't disturb the view of the night sky. Usually there's not a city or any kind of town around because those put off light. Like last night, the cycle of the moon, when I first got into my tent, the moon was not visible. So I was able to see a lot of stars and a lot of amazing aspects of space, which we generally don't get to see. So that was cool. Let me pause to see if there's anything else. I guess the water going forward for these 24 miles has alkaline in it. People are reporting having bouts of diarrhea and other gastrointestinal issues. So I decided at the last water source, which was murky, I think it's called Muddy Creek, which aptly named, I went ahead and got 5 liters of water. No, I put 2 liters in my Camelback, a liter of electrolytes in my Nalgene, and then carried 4 liters. So what is that, 7 liters? So I carried a lot of water over these last 9 miles, but I don't want to risk it. So I'm going to drink the Muddy Creek water that no one's made any comments about it giving them diarrhea or other issues. So hopefully that's a good plan. It was great. I got to sit underneath the bridge because that was the only shade I could find. And I think there were swallows. I'll have to look at the birds. But the birds were swooping in and out their nest, feeding their young. And so a bird would swoop in and you hear all the chirp, chirp, chirp of the young. And then the bird would feed them and swoop out. And then in the water, there were a lot of, I knew them as crawdads growing up. Cause I used to go fishing with my dad and my brother and some of my dad's friends and their kids down in Arkansas. And, so we call them crawdads, but I've come to know that you can call them, I mean, they've been known as crayfish, crawdads, but I think crawfish is the proper term because it's a crawfish boil. And so there were crawfish in the creek and they were doing battle. I don't know what they were battling over, space or food or what, but they were like all lined up against both shores and they were battling each other, and you'd see them like scoot backwards if they get surprised and that kind of stuff. So it was a nice like 35-minute water break to get my water, and I filtered some of it and I drank some of it and got ready to hike up this way with a load of water, which was heavy, but and that was not fun going over the pass. But it was fun to see the birds, and it was fun to see the crayfish. And I think the only mistake I made at the water was idiot. I collected my water, like the water was flowing underneath the bridge, and so it was flowing. I collected my water after the bridge where the birds were. Like, duh, birds poop. I should have collected my water ahead of the bridge. So hopefully I don't get visited by the diarrhea monster. That would be horrible. So, all right, the mosquitoes are getting awful. I don't know where they came from. It's surprising because like maybe it was the heat and everything cooled down enough for them to come out, which is not surprising. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in my tent, eat some dinner, and hit the hay. So I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for watching the videos, and tomorrow I'll let you know if I got into Rollins or not. I look really neurotic in this video because I was slapping all over the place, so sorry about that, and the camera works horrible, but sorry, it is what it is. Again, have a nice evening. Talk to you folks later. Bye.